Hey you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. With All Smiles Over Here, I am with Sanja's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep a smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm gonna try not to keep it long, but y'all already know. If it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to go. The nugget today is that's your family. But before I get to run my mouth, let's go and do what? Shake with this manifestation jar, and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Let's see. And I pulled out one, and that one says what? Everything is all right, and indeed it is. Now listen, that's your family. I know you over there saying, no, this can't be my family, but I'm here to tell you, yes, it is. I used to be the same way growing up in my parents' house. I used to always say, God, I know this ain't my family. God, was I adopted? God, I know they say that's my twin sister, but we don't kind of look alike. We don't really look alike. And she be telling on me all the time and this and that and this and that. God, this can't be my family because my mom be acting like this and my dad be acting like that. God, this ain't my family because we ain't got that much money and we ain't got a car and we ain't got this and we got, God, this can't be my family. God, why didn't you allow me to be born in a household that was rich? And sometimes, y'all, my family used to say, we think you're adopted. And I used to get excited just a little bit because I was like, I know it. Now I can go and find my real family, and I know they rich. I know they rich. But they was like, child, we playing with you. Get your butt in there and wash them dishes. I was like, man, And I used to always get in trouble. I'm telling y'all, I'm being transparent. I'm telling y'all a little bit about myself, y'all. Growing up, I used to get in trouble a lot because I was always curious. I always had questions in my head, and if my mama couldn't answer, my dad couldn't answer, I'd go and find the answer on my own. Okay, I'm just telling you that. I find the answer on my own. And in finding the answer on my own, I would end up breaking stuff and tearing up stuff and just messing things up. And my mom, because she was the iron fist of the family, right? She didn't spare that rod, okay? She made sure she didn't spank me. She rat-a-tat-tat, okay? She wasn't like, don't do that again, well, Sanja. Don't do that, Sanja. She was like, rat-a-tat-tat. Did I tell you not to? You know what I mean? That's the kind of spankings we used to get, whippings, okay? And so my dad was the exact opposite. He was the calming piece of the family of it all, right? I can go to him and talk to him about anything because I knew I could talk to him without me thinking that he was going to spank me after the end. Now, on my mama's side, right, if I was going to talk to her about something, I used to have to rehearse that thing. I used to have to go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and say, Mama, what had happened was, you know, it just prepped myself before I went to it because I knew if I didn't say it right, a whipping was going to come after. I knew it. And like I said, my mama didn't forget nothing, y'all. If she told you she was going to spank your butt, if she forgot that day to spank you, when you did do something else, and she said, I'm finna beat you, she'll remember that she forgot to spank you the last time. And this is what she would say. Get on in here. I'ma get you for the old and the new. And every time she would say that, it was like, oh God, she gonna kill me today. She gonna beat the half dead. Yes, she is. But she had a way to help me to understand that there are consequences. And during that time, y'all, I didn't understand that I was in a learning experience, therefore with learning skills that I will most certainly desperately need for right now. And that's how it is. And when God chooses your family, that is the case because he knows what he has called you to be, do, and have. Therefore, he has chosen your family. He chose your mom. He chose your dad. Even if your mom is a drug head or your dad's a drug head, trust me, there is something that you're going to learn from them. There is something that the skill set that you're going to learn from being in that family. It is. It's something that you're going to learn. And it's going to help you to be, do, and have what God has called you to be, do, and have. So don't just look at your situation now, even as an adult. When you look back at the parents that you had to guide you and you lived in their home, don't just look back at them as being bad parents or being parents that you didn't like or being parents that you thought they should have been something else. Look back at it and think about what skill sets did you learn? You learned something. And in that learning, it is helping you right now. Every once in a while, I'll take the time to call my mom and say, hey, Mama, I just want to say thank you for being so strict. Because, y'all, my mom didn't play. I have a twin sister and I have a brother. And my brother used to do whatever he wanted to do. Yes, I'm saying it, brother. I'm telling them how mama spoiled you. You say you weren't spoiled, but you were spoiled, okay? But my mom would let my brother do a whole lot. He's 5 years older than us, so he would be able to go to different places, go to, you know, just do a whole lot of things. And when it came to my sister and I, you know, it was like, no, you can't go. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You're going to stay right here at home. We was like, what? And we got to the point where we started saying your favorite, talking about my brother, you let your favorite do this and let your favorite do that. And she wouldn't bit my bother because she understood that as young girls, you have to have your hands on them to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know, as females. And not to mention, if you know it or not, the female really carries the name of the household. The sons, they do as well, but the female really does. That's why whenever a female would get pregnant before she was married or underage, it was always seemed like a bad thing, a shameful thing. But if the son in the household got somebody pregnant or whatnot, there wouldn't be as much shame. Which I was like, that's crazy, because that's double standard. If he did it, you know, y'all need to be shaming him too. But that wasn't the case, and my mom understood that, so she kept us on a lock and key. Okay, she had us hid under rocks so we wouldn't get in trouble, and I appreciate that about my mom. But at that time, okay, at the time when she was hiding us on the rocks, at the time when she was being strict and wouldn't let us do this and wouldn't let us do that, I was thinking she was the meanest mom ever, okay? I was like, she just don't understand. Like, I think that Will Smith says, parents just don't understand. I was saying, my mama does not understand the life of a teenager. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? But she understood what she had to do for her girls. And now, looking back, I understand what skill sets I got from that. And I'm grateful for it. And another thing that I learned before I got to talking to you guys, I realized that, you know how when people look at your family, especially when you become adults, they'll look at you, then they'll look at your siblings, and they say, oh, wow, you do this, but your brother doesn't do that. Well, you became this, but your sister didn't do that. And they begin to compare you, which is such a bad thing. Because people don't understand that just because you grow up in a household with each other, you're not going to all learn the same skill set. Why? Because God has different purposes for each and every person. Which means what? If I'm a doctor, don't expect my sister to be one. Don't expect my brother to be one. If my sister's a nurse, don't expect me to be a nurse. Don't expect my brother to be a nurse. If I'm going to be this or that, don't expect my siblings to be that. Why? Because that's not who God called them to be, do, and have. Why? Because He has a purpose and a plan and their own journey for them. And a lot of times as parents, and I have to remind myself that, hey, listen, do not compare your daughter to your son when it comes to different things. Do not compare your son to your daughter, because they have different walks that they're going to have to walk that God has designed and created for them. And sometimes as parents, we forget that. We expect our kids to be exactly the same, have all A's. Well, if Johnny got A's, Sarah, you better be making all A's too. Well, maybe that's not the walking path that they're supposed to be in. I wish I had known that when I was younger, because I would have been like, you know what, Mama, I just ain't supposed to be making straight A's. I'm not supposed to be on honor roll. But I did. Thankfully, all of my mom kids had good grades, you know. But what if I was the one that couldn't get them B's and them A's and couldn't get a C, and I don't think I could get was D and F's? Maybe that was my path. But sometimes we'll get into a space to where we're comparing. And really God is saying, no, this ain't a skill set that you're going to need for life. You don't need to be making all A's and B's and C's and whatnot. It's okay if you make F's. It's not going to change your purpose of what I have for you. So listen, let us make sure as parents and as who we are not to compare ourselves with anybody. Why? Because God has developed us to be, do, and have who He wants us to be, do, and have. And we have certain skill sets to catapult us to be in those things. So don't compare yourself to anybody. Understand that the family you have is your family, and you are going to learn or have learned skill sets to help you to be what God has called you to be. So that's your family. Go ahead and claim them. That's your mama. Yes, it is. That's your daddy with his loud self. That's your sister. That's your brother. That's even your dog. And them your cousin them. And them your uncle them. That's your uncle that got that fifth of liquor. Yes, it is. Listen, I'm telling you my life. I'm telling you my life. That's why I embrace all my family. On my side and on my husband's side. Because no matter how family is or what family is doing, I'm learning. I'm learning certain skill sets. That's why it ain't good for you to look down on certain family members because you think they don't have it all. You think they don't have their stuff together. Maybe them being in that situation is a lesson to teach you something about yourself. So just think about that. You're learning skill sets to be all that you can be, that God has called you to be, okay? Hope y'all got it, but if you did, make sure you rewind this thing and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mess with smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.